Hello, African Diaspora News family. I'm your host, Runelo Murema, and welcome to the African Diaspora News channel. I am reporting live from Johannesburg, South Africa. Tonight, I bring you a developing story out of Pretoria Girls High School, where allegations of racism and discrimination continue to surface, drawing attention to the deep-seated issues within one of South Africa's prominent schools. Pretoria Girls High has long been a symbol of educational excellence, but in recent years, it has become embroiled in multiple controversies surrounding racial discrimination. This latest scandal stems from a string of incidents that have ignited outrage in the community. Back in 2016, the school made headlines when it reportedly banned Black students from wearing their natural hair, citing it as a violation of the school's dress code. The move was widely criticized, sparking protests from students and parents who argued the policy was rooted in racist and Eurocentric ideas. The controversy escalated when some white teachers allegedly referred to Black students who wore their natural hair as nest heads and monkeys, a hurtful insult that many students and their families claim reflects a deeper problem of racism at the school. The African learners with afro hairdos were often told to straighten their hair because it is unkempt, untidy, and dirty, and it did not align with the school's code of conduct. Historically, Black women have been conditioned to believe their natural hair, the hair that grows directly out of their scalp, is unruly, unattractive, unkempt, unprofessional, and a slew of other degrading adjectives. With the ideal beauty type in most Western countries being that of someone with silky straight hair, Black women are often left to feel like their natural hair is innately negative, and I hate that this school is teaching young girls to hate themselves. It is more than just racism for me. This is an identity crisis that they are installing in these learners at such a vulnerable stage of their lives. This year, the situation has worsened. Some white learners at the school formed a WhatsApp group titled No Blacks Allowed, in which they reportedly shared racial slurs and bullied Black students. Despite the severity of the allegations, when the students approached the school's principal, they said their complaints were ignored, with the principal reportedly protecting the offenders during an investigation by the Department of Education. Check out what the victim had to say about this racist WhatsApp group.
On to this as the Gauteng Education Department gives the Pretoria Girls High School's SGB time to investigate allegations of racism and the school's poor response. Some of the pupils involved are speaking out. Luwazi Monareng and Kamva Pani explain how a series of WhatsApp chats about Black pupils at the school led to them raising issues of discrimination. 12 white pupils have since been suspended pending a disciplinary hearing.
Essentially, we had gotten the screenshots on the Wednesday, and in the morning, my friend and I decided to go speak to our principal and our deputy. However, we were both dismissed in very similar ways. We were discouraged in terms of what's going to happen. They told us nothing's going to happen because in 2016, nothing was done by Black lawyers and other people. So what do we think is going to happen now? And then at break, we decided to have a protest, but we decided that it was going to be too disruptive as we had to learn. After school, we decided to do a peaceful protest in front of the school just to get our principal's attention because it really bothered us what was being said in the group chats about Black girls.
In the group chat, there were a lot of comments on how we as the Black girls shouldn't be angry about the rules at the school and how apartheid ended a long time ago and that we should get over it because we have leftover emotions, and that we were told we get to dye our hair now, what more do we want, and that the world is in our favor, that they are suffering, and we should basically just get over it and move on, and we are the reason apartheid will never end, and we just can't get over it.
The Department of Education launched an investigation into the WhatsApp group, but no concrete actions have been taken to address the ongoing issues. Parents and activists are questioning whether Pretoria Girls High is truly committed to fostering an inclusive and anti-racist environment. Now, just yesterday, News 24 broke the story that some white teachers at the school have also been accused of refusing to greet their black colleagues, allegedly due to not knowing whether they are educators or simply cleaners at the school. This latest incident raises serious questions about the deep-rooted racial division at Pretoria Girls High. The question remains, why are these teachers, regardless of their positions, unwilling to greet their colleagues based on their race? Does a cleaner not deserve the same respect as an educator? Shouldn't respect and decency be afforded to all staff regardless of their role at the school? This is a point that many are asking as they demand accountability from the school's leadership. Regardless of whether a staff member is a cleaner, a teacher, or any other position, respect should be given equally to all. This is what happens when you didn't hold the founders and beneficiaries of apartheid accountable. This is what happens when a bully gets a tap on the wrist for the crimes against humanity. We have a generation that think tormenting black people is okay because the system has acquitted them of their crimes. And the system will continue acquitting them regardless. As the investigation continues, the question remains, how many more incidents of racism will we allow to go undressed at Pretoria Girls High or in the country in general? For Pretoria Girls High, this issue is far from over, and it's clear that the school has a long way to go in confronting its history and ensuring a safe, respectful environment for all students and staff. It has been reported that the principal of the school has since been suspended or fired. I believe the principal of the school has been fired after allegations proved that indeed the WhatsApp status was racially inclined to bully our black learners and to discriminate against the black learners, to make them feel some type of way and exclude them from all activities. So yes, and for her not to report to the Department of Education at that time when our learners came to her, heartbroken that they are experiencing racism in democracy. After 1994, such things shouldn't happen. So when they approach the principal as an adult to say, hey, we are bullied at the school, they've created a racist WhatsApp group that is aimed to marginalize us and separate us from other learners and discriminate us and bully us. The principal did nothing. She did not report this incident to the Department of Education. So now she's been fired, and I'm sure she wants to appeal. She's going to appeal this decision by the SGB members and the department to court. And I say if she does appeal it at some point, they should not even touch that case. They should just dismiss that case because she has facilitated the crimes against humanity. She has facilitated for our kids not to feel safe in an environment of learning. She has made our kids feel like crap in schools. She has made the environment conducive for racism to spread even worse, knowing our history. She has made it a mission for our teenagers at such a vulnerable age have self-esteem issues, begin to doubt themselves. This is more than racism. This is identity crisis at its best. And now our kids are going to grow up with no confidence in themselves. They're going to grow up hating their skin. They're going to grow up thinking that the Eurocentric beauty standards that the Western countries are always portraying in the media is the way to go. They're going to hate themselves. And it's going to be a continuous cycle, a generational cycle. You see what I meant when I said apartheid is a cycle. It's a psychological cycle, an economical cycle. Just because they stop beating us with chains and whips, you think it's over. No! It's psychological. Now they're tormenting us psychologically. Marginalizing us in worse poverty states economically. Majority of the people in this country, which is the black people, don't have access to the country's wealth. Only a selected few, meaning the minority, the white people, have the access to that. Have the access to the country's wealth. Where is the equality in that? Where is the democracy in that? What did Mandela fight for? What did Mandela actually do? I am confused. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News channel.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the so-called Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.